Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today we have a little bit of post-mortem information about the cause of last week's Google Cloud outage that affected many companies. Let's jump into it. Alright, so last Thursday, as you probably remember, Google had an outage in its cloud platform that impacted many companies, including Cloudflare. The outage was caused by an issue in Google's service control plane and lasted about an hour or so. So what happened? Well, in late May, Google rolled out new code to add a feature to its service control plane to enable additional policy quota checks. Not exactly clear what that means, but okay. The code was rolled out region by region and everything seemed fine until June 12th when the company changed a policy that contained unintended blank fields. This caused the new code path to execute and included a null pointer, causing the code to enter a crash loop, and the issue propagated globally from there. Now on the good side, Google seems like they were pretty quick to respond to this issue. According to them, they had a recovery solution in place in less than an hour, which is pretty good in my opinion. However, it seems that the code in question here did not have appropriate error handling, which is pretty obvious at this point, nor was it protected by feature flags that Google normally utilizes. So I think there's a few lessons here that immediately come to mind. I'm sure there's more. Leave a comment and share with others if you have something. But first, if you remember the CrowdStrike incident from last year, you'll remember that CrowdStrike rolled out its update globally in one big push. They didn't have a phased rollout. Well, Google claims they did a region by region rollout on this, and it still happened. Why? Because the erroneous code path was not executed until the policy change was made. So doing a slow rollout is not a guarantee that global issues won't happen in similar scenarios. And secondly, this is another example where data, seemingly erroneous in this case, triggered code to crash. This shows the importance of thinking of data as code. When developing code like this, it's important to consider all kinds of situations where data you don't anticipate is provided to your code. So checking that data and properly error handling it is so important. I know that'll sound basic to many in the audience, but hey, it happened to Google, so it can happen to anyone. But also companies need to think about the impact when they roll out data changes globally. It may not be feasible, but they really should consider those data changes like code changes, as they're likely to execute new code paths that may not have been tested before or may not have been tested thoroughly enough. In this situation, Google could have region by region rolled out the policy change and avoided impacting their entire global footprint. And lastly, I'll mention that this outage is seemingly having some real business impact to Google. Here's an article explaining that cloud infrastructure provider Railway has had to throttle some of their lower tiers in order to keep up with demand from users migrating off of Google's cloud platform. Now, I'll admit, this could be some very clever PR from Railway to get some free publicity, but surely some customers are leaving Google over this outage. The only question is how many. But that's all I have on this story. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.